Boy, you should know that I've got you on my mind. Secret admirer, I've been watching. Friendship, let's talk about it. This movie is a 2024 comedy film written and directed by Andrew DeYoung. Debut film. I'm gonna be transparent. I did not recognize Tim Robinson's game whatsoever. I'm definitely a Paul Rudd fan, and that's why I tapped into this film. This movie takes place in a small Colorado town called Clovis. I see you're watching this video, and you haven't even liked it yet, dude? What is going on? I'm kidding. I'm not gonna yell. But like, you should like the video and subscribe. Now back to the video. It's about this man, Craig Waterman, who has a pretty mundane life. He's a little weird and he's seeking friendship. You know, his wife has a flower business. She seems uninterested. She just survived cancer. And then comes Austin, the new weatherman in town, moving right next door. Opens his arms, welcoming Craig into his life. He's like the cool, chill guy. Adventurous, you know, the type of guy you'd want to have as your friend. In other words, he's Paul Rudd. This movie's definitely an offbeat comedy. You're not going to be laughing the entire time, but when you do laugh, you're going to be laughing. But first, let's get into the cast. Tim Robinson as Craig Waterman, Paul Rudd as Austin Carmichael, Kate Mara as Tammy Waterman, Jack Dylan Grazer as Stephen Waterman, Josh Segarra as Devin, Billy Brick as Tony. It's nothing like I Love You Man whatsoever. This movie is actually quite the opposite. You know, as I was saying earlier, Austin welcomes Craig into his friendship, and Craig is a copy, cut, and paste of some random NPC that you wouldn't even think of. He works at a marketing firm. His job seems like it's kind of made up, but it's a real job. And you know, he's a regular suburban guy, but he's got some character defaults, that's for sure. Well, everything was going pretty well hanging out with Austin until things get really weird. You know, there's a little boxing energy going on. Somebody takes it too far, and then Craig Waterman does something fucking absolutely ridiculous. Something that would have been done when you were a kid. This scene is like really when it like takes a turn into like comedy, like it's funny. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? The amount of people in the theater was small, but the laughter was mighty. He does this type of comedy that isn't anything new. Chris Farley and Adam Sandler, Eric Andre, Will Ferrell. I don't know what this comedic style is necessarily called. I want to call it calm to crash out. Like, he's just off the walls, just like freaking out. Kind of like his memes. I wanted to say I do love that this movie takes place between late fall and early winter, because it kind of matches the overall mood and vibe of Craig. And anytime Austin shows up into his life, that's when a bit of flavor and color pops into his life. Most of Craig's normal interactions are definitely awkward, off the cuff, and honestly weird. Like, it feels as if he doesn't have any social cues whatsoever. Maybe that's why he's so funny. It just seems like he's not being able to communicate and get along with anyone. I don't know. There's just a lot of scenes of him crashing out, and I thought it was funny. I feel like maybe not everyone's like this. Maybe you have your hometown friends, or maybe you have your gang of friends, but in a way it kind of makes you empathize when you meet a new group of people and you're trying to fit in and trying to become a part of that new group. It makes you empathize pretty well at first, until he doesn't. I'm gonna highly recommend you watch it, because I can't really explain the scene without giving it away, and this is gonna be one of those reviews where I'm pushing you to go see it. I wanted to watch this because of Paul Rudd, but I ended up loving it because of Tim Robinson. He crushed it, he was super funny, and now it makes me really want to go into his shows and like all the rest of his other content that he has out there. So yeah, what did you guys think of this movie? What did you guys think of this review? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time.